So today I am going to be talking about KPIs, KPAs, performance evaluations, whatever language you use, performance goals in your organization. And I have been doing some reading, really good information from Stacy Barr, who is an expert in this area, and I've had a few epiphanies that I really want to share with you. And if I tagged you in this video, it's because I want your opinion and I want to hear what you think about changing this one thing about the way that we approach KPIs in our organization. So here it is. KPIs should be a tool for diagnosing what's working and what's not working in your organization, and not a weapon used to withhold pay, to judge people's performance unfairly, to deduct performance evaluation points. And it's most often perceived by those that are held to KPIs and KPAs that they're used as a weapon instead of a tool. It doesn't always happen, but if you change this one thing, that the way that you approach it with them, it will totally shift their perspective. So when people feel that performance measures are about them personally, they get really defensive and can shut down, or worse, they manipulate data to get it to say what they think it needs to say. They can argue against the choice of measures being used. They can only want to measure their effort and not be held to results. And why that happens is that they're perceiving that the performance measurement is a weapon going to be used against them, and that's unfortunate. When we talk about KPIs with people, we need to be very specific and real that we are developing KPIs that matter by making them a tool to diagnose what processes in this organization are not working, not where your performance is failing. It's not a personal judgment. It's a tool to be used about how to improve processes within an organization. And then when you approach KPAs with your people, and you're speaking to them with empowering them to be part of improving process and actually developing the KPIs that matter and that are measuring how effective process is versus just sheer outcome, and that they're a tool to keep improving that in the organization, their attitude about them and their receptiveness towards them is going to shift. And so an example of that could be how you approach, let's say you're someone who requires people to do a lot of contacts for sales. So you may be measuring sheer number of calls, because you know you have to make X amount of calls in order to hit X percentage of sales, but completely ignoring the quality of those calls or the process that's happening in those calls. So when you shift your perspective about using KPIs to improve processes and inviting your people to be part of that, and using it as an organizational improvement method instead of a stick or a weapon or something that's going to be used as punishment, it completely shifts the way that people receive them. So I would love those of you that have experienced this or agree or disagree. I want to hear your feedback. What do you think?